The Bible, a book that has shaped civilizations, is not only a source of spiritual guidance, but also a trove of unsolved enigmas. This revered text, held dear by billions, has left an indelible mark on our world, influencing culture, religion, and history in profound ways. But beyond its religious teachings, the Bible is a labyrinth of mysteries, an enigmatic tapestry woven with riddles and conundrums that have puzzled scholars for centuries. From the true identities of its diverse authors to the location of the Ark of the Covenant, the authenticity of the Shroud of Turin to the elusive Holy Grail, the Bible is ripe with intrigue. Add to this the lost books, encoded messages, and the historicity of biblical events, and we find ourselves on an exciting journey of exploration and discovery. Join us as we delve into some of the most captivating mysteries embedded within this ancient text. Who really wrote the Bible? A question that has puzzled scholars for centuries. The Bible, a cornerstone of faith for countless individuals across millennia, is a work of diverse authorship. Its pages were penned over multiple centuries by a symphony of voices, each contributing to the rich tapestry of narratives, laws, prophecies, and wisdom literature that comprise its text. The Old Testament, or the Hebrew Bible, is traditionally believed to have been written by figures such as Moses, David, Solomon, and the prophets. However, modern biblical scholarship suggests a more complex picture. Many scholars propose the documentary hypothesis, which suggests that the first 5 books, known as the Pentateuch, are a compilation of 4 distinct sources, each with unique characteristics and theological perspectives. Yet the identities of these authors remain cloaked in the shroud of antiquity. The New Testament presents its own set of enigmas. While some books bear the names of apostles like Matthew, John, Peter, and Paul, others are anonymous. The author of the Gospel of Luke is also believed to have written Acts, yet we don't know who this person was. The authorship of Hebrews is still a matter of debate, and the 3 letters of John do not explicitly name their writer. Behind these texts lie individuals, communities, perhaps even generations, each with their own motivations. They wrote to instruct, to encourage, to console, to preserve traditions, and to inspire faith. Their words were shaped not only by divine inspiration, as believed by many, but also by the historical, cultural, and political realities of their times. The question of who wrote the Bible invites us to peer into the past, to explore the human element within these sacred texts. It challenges us to consider how these unknown authors, with their unique voices and perspectives, have shaped our understanding of God, faith, and the human experience. The question of authorship continues to spark intrigue, adding another layer of mystery to the Bible. The Ark of the Covenant, a divine artifact, its whereabouts remains a mystery. Revered as a sacred object of paramount importance, the Ark of the Covenant is a legendary biblical artifact. It was said to house the stone tablets inscribed with the 10 Commandments given to Moses by God. According to the Old Testament, it was constructed under divine guidance and served as a conduit for communication between God and his chosen people. The Ark's significance extended beyond its religious connotations. It was a symbol of the Israelites' identity, their covenant with God, and their divine protection. It was carried into battles, leading the Israelites to numerous victories. Historical accounts of the Ark are as riveting as they are perplexing. The last biblical mention of the Ark places it in the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem, but following the Babylonian conquest of Jerusalem in the 6th century BCE, the Ark vanished from the historical records. Its fate has been the subject of speculation and debate ever since. Numerous theories have been proposed about the Ark's location. Some suggest it was hidden away by the prophet Jeremiah before the fall of Jerusalem. Others propose it was taken to Ethiopia, where it is said to reside today, guarded by a select few in a chapel in Aksum. Then there are theories of the Ark being hidden beneath the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, or stashed away in a secret cave in Jordan. Each theory is as tantalizing as the next, but none have been definitively proven. The Ark's disappearance has spurred countless quests and investigations, each hoping to uncover the resting place of this divine artifact. Despite these efforts, the Ark remains elusive, its location shrouded in mystery. The Ark of the Covenant, a symbol of divine communication and protection, continues to captivate us. Its disappearance is one of the Bible's greatest enigmas, a mystery that tantalizes scholars, historians, and seekers of truth alike. The elusive Ark continues to be a subject of fascination and investigation. Is the Shroud of Turin the genuine burial cloth of Jesus or an elaborate hoax? This question has stirred debate and controversy for centuries. The Shroud of Turin, a linen cloth bearing the faint image of a man, is believed by some to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ. Others, however, see it as nothing more than an artful forgery from the Middle Ages. The shroud first surfaced in the 14th century in France and was eventually moved to Turin, Italy, where it has been kept in the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. The image on the shroud shows a figure with wounds similar to those suffered by Jesus during his crucifixion. This has led many to believe that the cloth was used to wrap his body after his death. However, the shroud's authenticity has been a subject of intense debate. Numerous scientific investigations have been conducted to determine its origin. Radiocarbon dating tests conducted in the late 20th century suggested that the shroud was likely created between the years 1300 and 1360. This would place its creation more than 1,000 years after the death of Jesus, casting doubt on its authenticity. Despite these findings, some still argue that the carbon dating results were flawed due to contamination. They point to other evidence, such as the presence of pollen from plants native to the Jerusalem area and the anatomical accuracy of the figure's wounds. As indicative of the shroud's authenticity, the debate over the Shroud of Turin is not just about the cloth itself, but what it represents. For believers, it is a tangible link to Jesus and a symbol of his suffering and resurrection. For skeptics, it is a testament to the power of belief and the human capacity for deception. The Shroud of Turin remains an enigma. Whether it is the genuine burial cloth of Jesus or an artful forgery, it continues to captivate the world. Its mystery is part of its allure, a testament to the enduring fascination with the life and death of Jesus Christ. The Shroud of Turin, a cloth shrouded in mystery, continues to captivate the world. What about the lost books of the Bible? What secrets do they hold? We venture now into a realm that has sparked curiosity and controversy alike. The lost books of the Bible, a term that refers to those ancient manuscripts not included in the canonical Bible, hold a unique place in the biblical narrative. Many might wonder, why were these books excluded? The reasons are varied and complex. Some were left out due to their late authorship, well after the time of Christ. Others were omitted due to their content, which was deemed inconsistent with the established beliefs and teachings of the early church. Some were excluded for their perceived lack of divine inspiration or authenticity. Let's delve into a few specific examples. The Gospel of Thomas, for instance, is an intriguing collection of Jesus' sayings, some of which do not appear in the canonical Gospels. Despite its fascinating content, it was not included in the New Testament, owing to questions about its authorship and doctrinal content. Then there's the Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish religious work ascribed to Noah's great-grandfather, Enoch. This book, despite its exclusion from the Jewish and Christian canons, has had a profound influence on later Jewish mysticism and apocalyptic literature. And let's not forget the Gospel of Mary, a text that provides a different perspective on the role of women in the early Christian community. Its exclusion from the canonical Bible has led many to question the motives and biases of the early church leaders. The lost books of the Bible offer us an alternative view of early Christian thought and belief. They provide a broader context for understanding the development of religious doctrine and the process of canonization. The lost books present yet another enigma, offering a glimpse into the complexities of biblical compilation. As we continue our exploration of the Bible's enigmatic mysteries, these missing chapters remind us that the story of the Bible is as intricate and fascinating as the stories within it. The Holy Grail, a symbol of divine grace, its existence remains elusive. This emblematic artifact, deeply rooted in Christian tradition, is often considered the holy chalice used by Jesus Christ at the Last Supper. Yet, despite its prominent role in religious folklore, the Holy Grail's physical form and whereabouts remain a mystery. The Holy Grail has been portrayed in various ways throughout history, from a simple wooden cup to an ornately decorated chalice, even as a stone with miraculous powers. These differing depictions reflect the diverse interpretations and legends that surround this sacred object. Some see the Grail as a symbol of Christ's sacrifice and the redemption of humanity, while others view it as a metaphor for spiritual enlightenment. The quest for the Holy Grail is a recurrent theme in Arthurian legends, with knights embarking on perilous journeys, facing challenges and temptations to prove their worthiness. These quests symbolize the spiritual journey towards divine grace, a path fraught with trials but ultimately leading to enlightenment and salvation. Interestingly, the quest for the Holy Grail is not confined to the realm of fiction. Over the centuries, numerous expeditions have been launched in search of this elusive artifact, with alleged locations ranging from the Middle East to the British Isles. Yet despite these extensive efforts, the Holy Grail remains as elusive as ever. The enigma of the Holy Grail has also sparked numerous theories and debates. Some scholars argue that the Grail is not a physical object at all, but rather a symbol of the divine feminine or the bloodline of Christ. Others propose that the Grail legends are remnants of pre-Christian traditions, repackaged in a Christian context, regardless of its actual form or existence. The Holy Grail continues to intrigue and inspire. Its tale is a testament to humanity's perennial quest for divine truth and spiritual fulfillment, a symbol that transcends physicality, embodying the human aspiration for enlightenment and grace. The Holy Grail, a symbol of the divine, continues to inspire quests, both physical and spiritual. Could the Bible contain coded messages predicting future events? This question introduces us to the enigma known as the Bible Code. This concept, as intriguing as it is controversial, suggests that encrypted within the original Hebrew text of the Old Testament are prophecies and messages about historical and future events. The concept of the Bible Code began to gain traction in the late 20th century, when a group of researchers purported to find hidden words and phrases within the book of Genesis. They achieved this by employing a technique called equidistant letter sequencing, or ELS for short. It involves skipping equal numbers of letters throughout the text to reveal hidden words. However, the Bible Code is not without its critics. Skeptics argue that these supposed codes are merely statistical anomalies and products of chance, not divine prophecy. They contend that similar patterns could be found in any sufficiently long text, given enough time and computational power. Despite this, proponents of the Bible Code claim to have found eerily accurate predictions within the text. They cite examples such as the assassination of Yitzhak Rabin, the former Prime Minister of Israel, and the tragic events of September 11th, among others. These claims, while fascinating, have been met with skepticism by many in the scholarly community, who argue that they are examples of post-diction rather than prediction. That is, the events were found in the text only after they occurred, not before. The debate over the Bible Code continues to rage, with believers and skeptics alike presenting compelling arguments. Some see it as a divine cipher, a testament to the omniscience of the Bible's author. Others view it as a statistical curiosity, an example of human pattern recognition run amok. The Bible Code, whether a divine cipher or a statistical anomaly, adds another dimension to the mysteries of the Bible. As we delve deeper into the enigmas of this ancient text, we are left to ponder, is the Bible Code a window into the future, or simply a reflection of our fascination with the unknown? How accurate is the Bible's depiction of historical events and figures? This question has intrigued scholars, archaeologists, and believers alike for centuries. The Bible, while a religious text, also serves as a historical document, recording numerous events and personalities of antiquity. But how much of it aligns with the historical and archaeological record? Let's take the Exodus, for example. This event describes the liberation of the Israelites from Egyptian bondage, their 40 years of wandering in the desert, and their ultimate arrival in the Promised Land. It's a foundational narrative in the Bible, yet its historical accuracy remains a subject of debate. While there's no definitive archaeological evidence to corroborate the Exodus, some scholars argue that lack of evidence doesn't necessarily equate to evidence of absence. Similarly, the figure of King David, the shepherd boy who became a king and established a dynasty, is of pivotal importance in the biblical narrative. Yet the historical existence of King David was questioned until the discovery of the Tel Dan Stele in the late 20th century. This ancient inscription provided the first historical evidence of a Davidic dynasty, adding a layer of complexity to the debate on the Bible's historicity. In these discussions, it's important to remember that the Bible, like other ancient texts, was written in a specific cultural and historical context. Its authors may not have intended to record history with the precision we expect today. Rather, they communicated their understanding of God and their spiritual experiences through stories that resonated with their audience. So does the Bible give a historically accurate account of events and figures? The answer is not straightforward. It's a blend of yes, no, and perhaps. It depends on how we approach the text, the questions we ask, and the methods we use to seek answers. The Bible's historicity, another enigma, invites us to explore the intersection of faith, history, and archaeology. As we delve into this exploration, we're not just uncovering the past. We're also learning about the intricate tapestry of human culture and belief. These enigmas are but a glimpse into the complexities and mysteries that the Bible holds. From the elusive authors who penned down the profound words to the enigmatic Ark of the Covenant, the Shroud of Turin, and the quest for the Holy Grail, each mystery beckons us deeper into the labyrinth of biblical lore. We've pondered on the missing chapters, the lost books that didn't make the canonical cut. We've delved into the controversial Bible code, questioning if it's a divine cipher or merely a figment of human pattern-seeking. We've examined the historicity of biblical events, balancing faith with archaeological evidence and scholarly debate. Each enigma, each question, is a testament to the Bible's enduring relevance and intrigue. As we draw this exploration to a close, we invite you to continue this journey, unraveling the enigmatic enigmas of the Bible.